welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie, and here we talk about books, fashion, pretty much anything I feel like talking about at the moment. And we are actually going to be talking about the second book in the Dream Harbor series, the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore. And before I forget, today's drink is going to be just a regular blueberry blended shake or something. I just put blueberries and almond milk and a little bit of agave on it. And well, mostly because this is all I have in my freezer in terms of fruit. At the moment, I'm really glad I have blueberries because it actually makes sense with the book. So here we are. And for today's outfit, I decided to opt for a white button down. This is actually an oversized button down from Abercrombie, and then these pants are from Hollister. These are the ultra high-rise mom jeans. So like the bottom of it is actually, oh, I still have my Christmas socks are actually like cuffed, which is really cute, and I felt like it really fit the whole summer vibe. And our main character Hazel actually wears button downs quite frequently in the book, so I thought that this would be a great outfit to put on today. I'm also really excited to talk about this book in the series because this is actually so far my #1 favorite book in the series. So I guess it also makes sense because I'm more of a summer person than I am a fall winter person, and I was born in December, and yet I love the beach. I love the heat. I love the vibe, and it's more fun, more free, more woo compared to the other seasons, in my opinion. So let's get started on talking about the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore. Okay, so first things first, I will be reading the book description off my Kindle. It should be the same as the physical copy, so here we go. The Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, the viral TikTok cozy fall romance for fans of opposites attract and small town rom-coms in 2025. Dream Harbor 2. La, 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 la. By #1 New York Times and Sunday Times bestselling author of The Pumpkin Spice Cafe, unputdownable, I devoured it within days. Dream Harbor is not short of a vibrant and hilarious cast of characters to help breathe life into an already charming town. Every book in the Dream Harbor series can be read as a standalone. When a secret message turns up hidden in a book in the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, Hazel can't understand it. As more secret codes appear between the pages, she decides to follow the trail of clues. She needs someone to help her out. Gorgeous and outgoing fisherman Noah is always up for an adventure, and a scavenger hunt sounds like a lot of fun. Even better than the cute bookseller he's been crushing on for months is the one who wants his help. Hazel didn't go looking for romance, but as the treasure hunt leads her and Noah around Dream Harbor, their undeniable chemistry might be just as hot and fresh out of the oven cinnamon buns the bookstore sells. Hazel didn't go looking for romance, but as the treasure hunt leads her and Noah around Dream Harbor, their undeniable chemistry might be just as hot as the fresh out of the oven cinnamon buns the bookstore sells. The Cinnamon Bun Bookstore is a Sunday Times and USA best-selling cozy romantic mystery with the HEA guarantee. Tropes: opposites attract, small town, forced proximity, he falls first. Readers have fallen for Laurie Gilmore, and then there's like a bunch of quotes from people who love the book. Yeah, so that's basically the book description. We're following our characters Hazel and Noah, which we also meet in the first book. Hazel runs this cute little bookstore called the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, and Noah is a fisherman who is actually one of Logan's best friends, I believe, or like basically his best friend. So I also believe Hazel is his best friend too. I think. I'm pretty sure Hazel is also Logan's best friend, and Noah was someone that he met because he didn't originally live in the small town of Dream Harbor. Book description off the Kindle. My Kindle says that this is 385 pages long with a typical read time of 7 hours and 42 minutes. I know I sped through this book. I probably also took about 3 or 4 days to finish this because I was obsessed with Noah and Hazel and the whole idea of it being summertime. I actually was kind of fooled by the title and the cover. I don't have the colorized version. I'll have it somewhere around here as usual. But this cover pretty much gives you a very fall-esque vibe that this was going to be probably like within the same time frame as the Pumpkin Spice Cafe took place, the season-wise. And if you look at this colorized version, I have the puzzle piece of it. This is what the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore looks like. So again, it does look very fall-y, very cute, very not summer. But apparently it's summertime. And I think while I was reading this book, it did take me a while to realize that we were in the summer. I kind of still pictured it being in the fall as a continuation of the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, but at some point, I don't know when, I realized that it was not that. And I was like, oh, it's a summer book. And I was reading it during the fall. I read it around November-ish, I believe. So it really made me feel like I was somewhere else for like a few days, which was nice. And also not, because it was kind of distracting. So we follow Hazel. Hazel is a girl who has been at this, she was born and raised in this Dream Harbor small town. She has lived her life the same every day for as long as she could remember. She's worked at this bookstore for, I think it says 15 years or so, and she's about to be 30. So this was a book that I also resonated with because she was about to turn 30. She was 29 going on 30. And around the same time that I was reading this book, I was also 29 going on 30. So I was like, oh my gosh, like I kind of understand how you feel, girl. Doing the same thing every day and like having that routine is nice and it's calm, and my life is relatively peaceful at the moment, but I also crave that sense of adventure as well as she did. My birthday is in December. I am a Sagittarius. We're known for adventure. I've always craved and loved adventure for as long as I can remember, so I totally understand what she was going through in this moment. She was kind of going through a little crisis. And then Noah, who apparently has liked her for months, and I think this is also mentioned in one of the other books, that he does have a crush on her and just didn't know how to go about that. And he has not been born and raised in Dream Harbor. He actually came from, I forget where, and he ends up owning like this boat touring thing where he's fishing with people and teaching them how to fish, and he's also giving them these boat rides. So while this is all going on, Hazel runs upon this book that kind of just stands out a little bit, and it's a little out of place from where it's supposed to be in her bookstore. So she sees it, she's like, what is this? She looks at it, and there's like a highlighted section that's like a scavenger hunt. So she has to follow basically what the quote says, see how it relates to her life and stuff. And it was so much fun. And then she has Noah tag along because Noah is like that adventurous little boy. And he's so adorable, so fun, so free-spirited. And she's very like to herself and introverted. And a little bit of the more serious type out of the three main female characters that we get so far in the Dream Harbor series. We have the other books, but haven't met them yet. So far for me, it's 3 female main characters. And yeah, this book, I loved it. I loved it. Out of all the series, out of all the books in the series so far that I've been reading, I loved it. Let's see if I have any highlights at the moment. I have a few highlights, actually. I'll read it. I'll just read it because I think like it's a little bit of what's in my head sometimes when it comes down to guys and stuff. So let's get started. My first one was chapter 16, page 181. My highlight says, "And something about waking up with a hot man in your bed really did wonders for a girl's self-esteem." I don't want to get too much into that, but I do relate to that on a personal level. That's why I highlighted it. And then I have chapter 23, page 250. The highlight is, "You could take the girl out of the bookstore, Noah, but you can't take away her scones." That is very true. I don't know about other book lovers out there, but I love scones. I am obsessed with scones. I think they taste phenomenal. They're one of my favorite sweet treats to have for breakfast and with like a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. I really enjoy them. My last one is okay, I can't read this actually. It's in the epilogue, so I don't want to spoil that goodness of the epilogue and the ending for you guys. So, this book was spicy. When it got to it, I also believe this was a slow burn. I don't think anything happened until like maybe more than halfway into the book. Because again, we're dealing with the scavenger hunt. We're trying to find out these clues and where they're leading to. And this is like a really fun adventure for Hazel as she's about to be 30. And we don't know who's leaving these like clues. We don't know. And the twist behind it was so like, oh my gosh, like I would not have expected this, because throughout the book, I was really trying to figure out who is leaving these little clues for her. The obvious thought that we think is Noah, but of course, figure it out when you're reading the book. I don't want to spoil anything for you guys. So, because he just happens to be around every time she is looking for something relating to the clue. So, that was a really fun experience. I usually have a really good sense on like stuff like this, on like who's doing what. So having this cute little book just kind of drive me insane on like who is possibly leaving these little clues. It's just like, cool, this is nice. For once, I actually don't know who's leaving it, who's doing the thing. Like I actually don't know. So it was really fun to read. It was really fun to read the book because of that. So for that, I definitely give it a 3.9. No, scratch that. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. Let me not. Like, I really love this book so far out of the other books that I have read in the series. Very, very fun. Very refreshing. Because it being summertime and I'm dealing with, like, cold weather, and I was dealing with my jaw injury, recovery stuff, and my birthday approaching, I was just, like, out all over the place. So reading this book while everything else was happening in my life was actually really refreshing and very nice to just kind of like separate myself from what's happening and what season we're in and all the stress that comes with the fall winter season. So for that it was very fun. I really enjoyed Noah. He was very, 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 very funny, very, very exciting to be around. Like I would want to be with someone like him, but I'm more of a like, I would prefer to be with someone who's more like, oh, I could do this for you. Let me fix this for you. You know, like that's more my vibe. But he was really fun too. And like one cute thing about this book was not only the forced proximity and stuff, but it was also like the other stuff that Hazel has done that I didn't think she would do. There was a very particular moment in the book where they're at the beach. They're at a beach, and that was really exciting. So definitely, this book was very spicy. I think that so far out of the 3, this had to be the spicier one, and it's the more fun, thrilling one. Whereas the first book was more like wholesomely spicy, if that's a term at all. Where it felt more like a Hallmark movie kind of thing with just spice in it. And then the Christmas Tree Farm, that one was spicy for sure, but it was like a whole different type of spicy in my opinion compared to this book. This book is definitely, if you want something fun and wild and crazy, definitely that. I really do want to keep this book review short just because I don't want to spoil like the twist in the book, and I want you guys to really enjoy this book. This book was actually like so much fun to read. I can't say it enough, honestly. Out of the other books so far in the series, and I did start the 4th one. I started a little bit of it, and it's okay so far. So far, it's not my favorite, but I'll get to it when I get to it, just because I did take a pause since I am now reading Nothing Like the Movies, which is the sequel to Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter, and that book is having me like kicking and giggling and stuff, so I'm dealing with that book right now, and then I'll get back to the Dream Harbor series hopefully before the end of the new year, so that way I can start the whole bunch of books that I got for my birthday and for Christmas. So, and some of them do have to be read before a certain time because the movies are coming out for those books. So, yeah, overall I rate this a 4.5 out of a 4 out of 5. I definitely recommend this as a standalone or even as a you know, going through it. But if you are starting from like the fall winter season right now, watching this, and you're more someone who likes to read books within its season, I definitely would recommend you hold this book until spring, summer, as it is not a fall winter book. But if you are looking for a more refreshing, like a refresher, definitely get this book and read it. It's cool, it's cute. And I heard that the sprayed edges are also misleading because they have like cinnamon buns and it's like green and fall leaves when it's not fall, but you know, it's okay. It's a wonderful book. I loved it. I had so much fun reading it. And yeah, I guess that's just about it. There's really not much to say about it. I mean, the tropes were really fun. So introvert and extrovert are more your vibe, and like serious and adventurous are more your vibe, definitely pick it up as well. It was so cute reading this, and my highlights, the ending I don't want to spoil for you guys because it's in the epilogue, and I think that does reveal like how everything plays out. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great day, a wonderful afternoon, and a fantastic evening, and I will catch you guys later. Bye.